In this video, I want to deal with myth number 4. Do leaders have to be born extroverts? Well, in the series, How Emerging Leaders Can Advance Their Career, today's myth is a big confidence killer. Leaders are born and they have to be outgoing extroverts. If you've ever told yourself that, I'm not a natural leader or I'm too introverted, this episode is for you. We often picture leaders as the loudest voice in the room, the person up front with the mic, the big charismatic personality with lots of swagger. Well, so if you're more reserved, reflective, or soft-spoken, it's easy to think, well, that's not me. I guess I'm not leadership material. That's the myth I'm talking about. Let me be clear. Leadership is not a personality type. Effective leadership begins with the right attitude and mindset, which is supported by a set of skills and behaviors. The attitude, what only you can bring, and then what you can learn and practice and develop over time is what sets you apart. Even traits that look natural, like charisma or decisiveness, are often the result of years of experience, feedback, and growth. Yes, some people come by them more naturally than others, but they can be learned. And what about introverts? Well, research shows that many high-powered executives and respected leaders identify as introverts. Author Susan Cain has written a great book on this topic titled Quiet: The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking. And I'd recommend you read it if that resonates for you. Introverts succeed not by pretending to be introverts, but by leveraging their own strengths such as deep listening, thoughtful analysis, remaining calm under pressure, careful, intentional communication. I often tell young and aspiring leaders that every great leader you admire was once an emerging or an evolving leader, and they were once your age. Then they likely struggled with the same stuff that you're working through. They didn't arrive fully formed. They learned through mistakes and failing forward. They found mentors and supporters. They accepted stretch assignments where they were likely a little or maybe a lot afraid, but they were committed to learning and ongoing development. So if you adopt a growth mindset, the belief that you can develop new skills, you open the door to leadership growth, to increased confidence, regardless of your personality. So how do you start building these skills? I'm glad you asked. Here are a few ideas for you. The first one is practice small, safe leadership moments. Maybe facilitate a short segment at a meeting, co-chair a committee, or lead a toolbox talk. Summarize decisions at the end of the discussion that you're part of. Second is develop your communication skills. That doesn't mean being loud, but you do need to be clear, concise, and relevant. Practice explaining complex ideas in a simple manner. Try pausing, then speaking with intention rather than filling the air. Number 3, lean into your strengths. If you're a good listener, use that to build trust. Ask thoughtful questions. Reflect back on what you've just heard. If you're confident and not afraid of speaking up, serve as the chairperson of a committee or a meeting. I also recommend the Clifton Strengths Assessment as a resource to help you discover or confirm your strengths and talents. Now, the fourth one, seek feedback and coaching. Pose the following questions to someone you trust. When you think about my leadership potential, what do you see as my strengths and what's one area I should focus on? Let me summarize. Please don't disqualify yourself from leadership because you're not the loudest voice in the room and not an extrovert. Here's the real key. Your team and your organization needs different kinds of leaders. Some more outgoing, some more reflective, but all committed to growing. In our final video in this series, we'll look at the myth of my current approach will take me to the next level, or quoting Marshall Goldsmith, what got you here won't get you there. Stay tuned. The next one ties this whole thing together.